Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Salatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'du. Uh, Thank you very much for the amazing committee. I can explain my article in front of you all by the title An Investigation into the Perception and Motivation of Non-Muslim Students in Learning Arabic. We are from Universitas Islam Negeri Kota Palembang, South Sumatra. Let me introduce my team. I am Nurul Hidayah. I am the second author. So the first author is Dr. Mukmin, and the last one, the third author is Ulfa Soleha. Introduction. Arabic language learning is usually the study of Muslim students, but nowadays some schools open themselves to present opportunities for non-Muslim students to study Arabic as an additional subject, or we can call it mutan lokal. The study tried to investigate, can the perception of non-Muslim students make a positive change in their motivation to learn Arabic as a Muslim student learn it. So the research method, we use quantitative approach to describe the data on student motivation and perception. And the method, we use correlational method because we will describe the quantitative data between motivation and perception. The population in this study are student SMA Negeri 1 Lalan Banyuasin, South Sumatra, and the sample is class also just class 12, totaling 16 non-Muslim, consisting of 4 girls and 12 boys. There were 14 Hindus and 2 Christian. The study used questionnaire to collection data, both data motivation and perception. This questionnaire is arranged based on 6 indicators of motivation and 6 indicators of learning perception, which are contained in 12 statements for each variable. In the study, the analysis used correlation and regression tests with the help of SPSS 23. So the result, we did a normality test. From the table, we know that both perception and motivation have a normal data. From homogeneity test, we know both perception and motivation have homogeneity data. The correlation test, we know that the perception has a correlation between motivation, and we can describe about perception. The highest perception we can get from this data is the perception of competency of Arabic teachers. The fifth test is multicollinearity test. From the tolerance and VIF table, we know from perception of religion, perception of professionalism, and perception of competency, teachers' competency, there have no influence on one another. So from heteroscedasticity test, there is no symptom of heteroscedasticity, and the regression test show that there are simultaneous influence between perception and motivation to learn Arabic. So we can see the correlation coefficient from this table. This table shows that coefficient is 0.883. From this data, we know that this result is high or very very strong relationship or highest relationship. And if we want to know from this perception, which perception has highest contribution to motivation, we can see from this data that the perspective of Arabic language teacher has contribute most of this relationship. Okay. So the conclusion of this article is the study found that the perception of non-Muslim student has a very highest correlation with the motivation to learn Arabic, where the most influential predictor is the student perception of the presentation of interesting Arabic teaching. Perception variables are also proven to simultaneously affect the motivation variable as much as 88.0%. So the motivation that arises due to this perception is dominated by external motivation. The theoretical implication of this research is that Arabic language teacher or educator should pay more attention to learn patterns and treatments given the student, because student perception related to this matter greatly affect student motivation in learning Arabic, even though the student come from non-Muslim religion. This research can provide benefit to Arabic language activities, so as not to always orient language as a religious language and forget the nature of language as a language of communication that can lead students to understand broader knowledge. That's all. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in the next agenda. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.